Today, we're not just talking about it, but instead we're gonna be doing things together. So grab your pen and let's make progress in real time. Welcome back, everyone. This is a girl in her 20s who started this channel for us to navigate through our 20s together. Today, we're focusing on less talking and more doing, and we're gonna be going through this 2024 Reflection Worksheet together. If you're ready to turn the wins, lessons, challenges from 2024 into clarity for 2025, just stick with me for the next 5 minutes. That's it. And guess what? You can grab this worksheet from me by just emailing me on the email address below, and I will send it your way. But let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start with the first question together, which is, what was a smart decision you made this year? So for me personally, one of the smartest decisions I think I made this year was taking the leap from New York to Florida and not waiting for everything to be perfect before I did it, and just doing it and then figuring it out. And I think it was smart because I took time to acknowledge what's not working out, because I was feeling stuck in New York for a very long time. And I think I finally took the time to be like, okay, this is not working out. I'm gonna stop complaining and I'm just gonna take action. I'm gonna do something about it, and then we'll figure it out as we go through with it. So overall, taking action and moving to a new state to start from scratch was a smart decision for me. Now I recommend you writing yours down if you know it already. And if you need some time to brainstorm, I recommend pausing this video and then really thinking about what was a smart decision you made this year and then writing it down. Let me write mine real quick. Okay, so the next one is, what is the greatest lesson you learned this year? I think for me, it was the fact that nothing changes until I change. And it was truly a game changer this year, because I've spoken about how I have had so much to say all my life, but I was taught to bundle up my thoughts and opinions and just keeping it to myself. And I let that happen. And I think I continued complaining how it was not fair, but I didn't do anything about it, and that's on me. But I also empathize with myself, because I really did have a phase where I felt beneath others and I thought that I was under obligations and so much more. But in 2025 I own it like no other. I'm gonna say what needs to be said in the most respectful way, but I'm never gonna hold it back. And I cannot express how liberating it is to really owning who you are and just stop pretending what others want you to be. So this year was all about me making active, intentional changes, whether it's about who I want in my inner circle, who and what needs to be out of my inner circle, what kind of goals I want to set, and overall just being and shifting from being a complainer to a doer. So nothing changes until I change, and that was the biggest lesson I learned this year. So I think we'll just do a couple questions from each section, and since you can grab this workbook by emailing me to the email address below, you can do the other two questions on your own time, because I think you should really sit and think about them, and I'll do the same. But let's continue moving on to celebrating the wins section. I love this one. So the question is, reflect on your top 3 to 5 accomplishments of 2024. Why do these particular accomplishments matter to you? Consider who and what contributed to these wins. My dog just walked in. Tash, hi! We love disruptions like this. Okay, let's move on. I think the biggest accomplishment for me would be starting my YouTube channel. I think it really matters to me because it really gives me a voice. And then I think using my voice, I feel like I have the ability to empower others to use their voices. Starting this channel has given me so much confidence boost, has improved my speaking skills, just showing up on camera, being consistent, sticking to my own commitments. It all really adds up. So my biggest accomplishment would be to start this YouTube channel and connect with almost 300 of you. I'm gonna write the other 4 on my own time, and I recommend you really, it can be even more than 5, honestly. Really take time to acknowledge what you accomplished this year, because it's not a small thing. When you commit to something and you actually achieve them, that's a huge thing, and nothing is small or big. So even if it's as small as you waking up at a certain time that you decided to, that's an accomplishment, because not a lot of people can do that. So go ahead and write your 5 or more accomplishments, and I'm going to do the same. Okay, let's move on to the committing to the intentions of 2025 section. Okay, so what is this one power word for 2025 that you want to set for yourself? I know mine, and I have so much clarity on this word because my word is aligned. And the reason I know that I want 2025 to be all about alignment is because all my life, honestly, until the beginning of this year, I have felt so in conflict, so rushed, so overlooked and overheard, and all these things simply because I was just not aligned with who I am. And I have made this commitment this year, and I want to carry it forward in 2025, that whatever I do needs to be aligned with who I am to my core. Nothing should feel that I'm doing it because I should be doing it. Everything should feel aligned with my core values. And yeah, so my word is aligned, and you need to take some time and really committing to a power word for 2025. Write it down. Okay, so the next one is, let's create an affirmation together to inspire us throughout 2025. So I think for myself in 2025, I don't want to be pushing and pulling and just doing things because somebody else is doing. I don't want to feel like negative competition or pressure. None of those stuff. Instead, in 2025, I want to be flowing with the natural current of life. I want to be taking steps towards all the big goals and dreams that I have set for myself, and get to them by doing what feels right to me, what way works for me, and not doing something just because others are doing it. So that is my affirmation, that no pulling and pushing this year, only flowing towards the goals we have set for ourselves at my own pace. And finally, to wrap it up, let's write a short commitment statement for 2025. In 2025, I commit to not shy away from my big dreams. I'm going to voice them, I'm going to express them, and I'm going to be taking steps forward with so much confidence. I also commit to love myself, because I really believe you can only radiate love outwards if you have love for yourself. So as I discussed in my last video, prioritizing self-love is something I want to continue and commit to for all the years coming ahead. And finally, I commit to aligning with my purpose of uplifting, impacting, and inspiring to all those who listen to me in their highest good. And that wraps up our workbook. And I do want to say before we conclude this video, on top of everything else that we discussed today, one thing that I'm really gonna be focusing on moving on is really prioritizing the little things. And I know we hear this a lot around us, prioritizing the little things, but what does it really mean? For me, I want to start something called glimmers of the day or the week or something like that on my Instagram, where I commit to looking at the little things in my day, because we all have a routine, we all go through the normal things, and we all wait to be happy until something big happens. But instead, I want to take my power back, and I want to commit to looking for glimmers in my day. And glimmers could be, if my morning coffee tasted good, I want to emphasize that and be happy about that. If I went on a walk and I saw a really cute dog and I interacted with that dog, that's a glimmer of the day. If I ended up meeting up with a friend and we had a great time together, that's the glimmer of the day. If me and my partner sat and had like a nice dinner together and watched a movie together and my heart is full, that's glimmer of the day. If my dog is wagging their tail and are just happy seeing me, all these are glimmers of the day. And in 2025, I really wanna focus more on them, emphasize more on them. and not wait for like really big, massive things to happen to make myself feel that way. So, long story short, this coming year and for all the years coming ahead, I want to be able to and I commit to finding glimmers in my day, and I hope you do too. That wraps up our video for today, and once again, thank you so much for being here. I cannot believe I started this channel a few months ago and it's almost 300 of us here. Means everything to me. Again, you can get your copy of this workbook for yourself. I really recommend doing it because doing these reflections really set you up for success in the next coming year. So grab yours by emailing me below. It's completely free, so don't miss out on it. Just email me saying, I guess, workbook or something, and I'll send it right over to you. And once again, thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for each one of you. Have the best holidays, and I look forward for us to connect even more in this new year.